Hey Cowboys Nation, let's go for another round of news from America's team. Watch until the end so you don't miss any news and sign up to stay tuned for everything that comes out about the Cowboys.
Cowboys claim didn't have money to land Pro Bowl playmaker. In a way, Cowboys executive VP Stephen Jones, who also happens to be the son of owner Jerry Jones, is right when he says that the Cowboys could not do much of anything in free agency this offseason because of the elephants in the room: contract extensions needed for star players Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and Micah Parsons. But on Monday, he blamed the team's inability or unwillingness to sign star running back Derrick Henry on those players' contracts. And that's more technically true than it is realistically true. Yes, the Cowboys have big fat salary numbers on the books for Prescott, $55 million, and Lamb, $18 million. And yes, the Cowboys have just $2.7 million in effective cap space, per overthecap.com. Henry, who earned his fourth Pro Bowl selection in 2023, signed with Baltimore for $16 million over 2 years. With the Cowboys' current cap situation, he was never going to fit in Dallas. But the thing is, if the Cowboys had worked out an extension with Prescott, and/or Lamb for that matter, they could have reduced the cap hit for 2024 on those contracts and carved out cap space. Enough for a star running back like, say, Derrick Henry. Instead, the Cowboys have chosen to play some weird, all-in hardball with Prescott, perhaps paving the way for him to hit free agency in 2025. Cowboys' salary cap left no room for Derrick Henry, but let's give Stephen Jones the floor, as he was asked specifically about Henry by Adam Shine of SiriusXM Radio. Here's how he framed things via NBC Sports PFT. Well, first of all, nothing but respect for Derrick Henry. I mean, he's one of the top backs in this league. Our situation is just, and no one ever wants to say it, but it's salary cap, and we just didn't have the money to allocate to that position in terms of where we were from a cap standpoint, knowing what we're looking at with Doc and certainly Micah and CeeDee Lamb. We just didn't have those type of resources to allocate to that position, or we probably would have already had it filled with Tony Pollard. We hated to lose Tony Pollard. We had to lose Zeke the year before from a cap standpoint. And we just didn't have the dollars to allocate to the running back position. And certainly, looking to do it in a more efficient way in terms of how it complements the rest of our offensive roster. The Cowboys did, in fact, let Pollard walk, also, on a 3-year, $24 million contract that was less than what he'd gotten on a per-year basis playing for the franchise tag number, $10 million in 2023. All in or all or nothing for the Cowboys. Despite Jones's framing, it was not so much a matter of not having the cap space to sign Henry, or Pollard, or anyone else for that matter. It was how the team managed the contracts that they had. They could have reworked Prescott's deal last year, knowing full well that he was set for a serious spike in 2024. They could have pushed through a massive extension for Lamb. Both played as well as anyone at their positions last season, and if the deals had gotten done early, the Cowboys could have had money to spend this offseason. And in both cases, new contracts would have been a relief valve for this season's salary cap situation. But the Cowboys are taking a hard line. After another postseason disappointment, following the disastrous 48-32 loss to Green Bay on their home field, the Cowboys' brain trust determined that they were not going to commit to this roster beyond 2024. And they're doing that even if it means sacrificing short-term success. It's a risky strategy. But that's the real reason they team could not make splashy free agent signings. Cowboys urged to replace starter with former $90 million Pro Bowl star. Rumors continue to swirl as to whether the Dallas Cowboys will be able to re-sign 5-time Pro Bowl cornerback Stephon Gilmore. Dallas may need to explore alternative options just in case the team does not meet Gilmore's asking price. Bleacher Report's Christopher Knox labeled former Miami Dolphins corner Xavier Howard as a potential replacement option for Gilmore. Earlier this offseason, the Dolphins released Howard, who had a 5-year, $90 million deal that was slated to run through the 2026 season. The 4-time Pro Bowler is still searching for a new home following his release. Bringing back 2023 trade acquisition Stephon Gilmore could be an option, Knox wrote in a May 6, 2024 story titled, "Free Agents Cowboys Should Pursue After 2024 NFL Draft." Gilmore was a very solid starter for Dallas in 2023, though that fact could put his price point out of the Cowboys' range. According to Michael Gelkin of the Dallas Morning News, there is nothing imminent on a potential Cowboys-Gilmore reunion. Instead, the Cowboys should kick the proverbial tires on 4-time Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. Knox added, a foot injury hampered his 2023 campaign, but the 30-year-old was widely considered one of the league's premier pass defenders before that, and Howard might be able to take a budget-friendly deal if it means making a deep playoff run, Cowboys rumors. Potential target, Xavier Howard appears to be a downgrade from Stephon Gilmore. The question is what the Cowboys would be getting with Howard, who has earned 2 straight seasons of poor grades in the 50s from Pro Football Focus. Howard received a 55.1 out of 100 for his play last season. This is significantly down from the 70.9 grade Howard earned 2 seasons ago in 2021. By comparison, Gilmore still earned a respectable 74.4 grade from Pro Football Focus for 2023. The lack of a new deal shows Dallas is at least considering the possibility of moving on from the former Pro Bowler. Ex-Dolphins Pro Bowler Xavier Howard posted 20 pass deflections and led the NFL with 10 interceptions in 2020. Howard posted 45 tackles and 12 pass deflections in 13 starts during the 2023 season. The veteran has a combined 2 interceptions over the last 2 seasons. Howard's best season came in 2020 when the corner posted 51 tackles, 20 pass deflections, and led the NFL with 10 interceptions. It could be worth a gamble for the Cowboys to sign Howard, but there appears to be a drop-off from the corner compared to what the team was receiving from Gilmore in 2023. The good news for Dallas is the team is expecting the return of Trevon Diggs, who missed all but 2 games with a season-ending ACL injury in 2023. Darren Bland also emerged as a breakout star during Diggs' absence last season. Panthers rumors. Carolina among the teams showing an interest in Stephon Gilmore. The challenge for the Cowboys is there appears to be other suitors who want to sign Gilmore. The Carolina Panthers are one team that went public with their interest in Gilmore. Dallas' chances of re-signing Gilmore on a team-friendly deal are decreasing as more suitors emerge for the defender. For context, Gilmore had a $9.9 million cap hit for the Cowboys in 2023. Cowboys send strong message on Dak Prescott's future amid rumors. There's been little movement from the Dallas Cowboys on an extension for Dak Prescott, but the team is adamant that locking up their quarterback is still a priority. Prescott is entering the final year of his contract and will count $55.4 million against the cap. A recent report from ESPN's Jeremy Fowler portrayed the negotiations between Prescott and the Cowboys as passive or even non-existent. However, Cowboys executive vice president Stephen Jones said during an interview on Mad Dog Radio that getting an extension done with Prescott is a priority. Franchise QB contracts, they just take time, Jones said. Per John Makota of The Athletic, Prescott will be 31 next season and is coming off a Pro Bowl year. Last season, he passed for 4,516 yards, 36 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. The Cowboys feel Prescott can lead them to a Super Bowl. I totally think Doc can lead us to a championship. He does everything the right way. He's certainly the leader of this football team, Jones said. He keeps everybody motivated in the offseason. He's got everybody working out and doing all the things that it takes to put in the work to give yourself every opportunity to win a championship. We're hanging around the rim. We've just got to go up there and grab it. To use a basketball term, and dunk it in. We're hanging around the rim. We just got to get the job done. Cowboys QB Dak Prescott not worried about future. Prescott is not sweating his long-term future being in limbo. When asked about an extension, Prescott has said all the right things and is focused on the coming season. I'm not going to say I fear being here or not, Prescott said in April during a charity event. I don't fear either situation. To be candid with you, I love this game and love to play and love to better myself as a player and my teammates around me. Right now, it's with the Dallas Cowboys. It's where I want to be, and that's where I am, and that's the focus. And after this season, we'll see where we're at and if the future holds that. And then if not, we'll go from there. The Cowboys are at serious risk of losing Prescott if an extension isn't reached. Dallas cannot use the franchise tag on him after this year. Prescott also has a no-trade clause.